Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you all like a whole chit chat hair video styling. I just dried mine, so it is very straight and just, you know, if I wanted to wear it straight, this is what I would do. And those days I kind of do want to dry it because I think it just makes it look better. Sometimes I'll sleep on it wet if I think I'm just going to curl it the next day. But anyways, I just want to kind of go through and just like, I thought I would just turn the camera on. I was literally just about to start curling it and I thought, no, I brought in all my products that I use and I'm just going to do kind of a chit chat. So about a month or so ago, I don't remember exactly when, I got a ton cut off of my hair and I love it. It's one of those things where like sometimes you think you'll be back and forth on, or I know I've had not bad haircuts, but I've had haircuts in the past that were good haircuts, but I just didn't like them on me. And I would try to talk myself into liking them, and it just like, later I was like, oh, I hated that. But the true test to me is if I want to get it cut again, and I do. Not shorter, but I know that I want to keep on top of it so that it stays like this, and I feel like it looks really just sleek and nice. It made my hair look not so stringy because I have very straight, fine hair and it can look very stringy. So for me, this is just perfect. I feel like it's very chic, kind of edgy, I don't know, but it's perfect for me because I'm a mom and I thought that long hair just for the longest time was so easy. And it kind of is because you can put it up and stuff, but you can do that with this too. It's just, I feel like this hair just looks, it looks good. I think that it looks good even when you don't do much to it. What I've been using, first of all, I use either the Pantene Moisture Renewal or I use this. I always get sucked back into the dry bar products because I like the way the shampoo makes my hair look. And if you guys have been watching me for a while, you may remember over the last year or so, I've gone through a couple of the, actually I've used this before, the Texas Tea, the volumizing one. So gosh, I guess this is my 4th set of shampoo and conditioner, but I've used the Sake Bomb twice, like 2 sets, and I've used the Texas Tea. This is my 2nd set of that. It's wet, I just got out of my shower. So I say that I don't really like the smell of them. The smell's growing back on me, and I think what it was when I was pregnant, for really ridiculous reasons, you have food aversions, you have scent aversions, and for some reason, I remember that became a scent aversion. Like for whatever reason, when I was in the shower, I could not smell it. So it, or it made me sick to smell it. So even after the fact, it kind of takes some time. I know my food aversion was cheese things like cheese Doritos or Cheetos or, you know, cheese popcorn, anything that had the orange cheddar dust, which normally I'd like, and whatever, what's not to like about that. Well, I still cannot hardly, I still can't even hardly look at it. So I think that's what that was, and it was not that it was a gross smell, it's actually a really nice smell. It's growing back on me, but the products make my hair super shiny, and that's what I always loved about it. So I'm trying this again, and what I love about these is that for volume, a lot of times I feel like volumizing products dry your hair out, and those really make your hair feel nourished. So that might be, I wish they do they come in bigger sizes? Because I feel like these are so small. They're really not. I mean, it's 8.5 ounces. I go through, but now that my hair's shorter, I am still like, or I'm not anymore, but to begin with, I was applying like a ton of conditioner and a ton of shampoo like I was when my hair was super long. So anyways, I feel like I'm gonna go through things a lot slower, which is nice. But something that I've been adding to my conditioner, which I like, because this is not a very heavy conditioner. It rinses very clean. It's not super thick. But I like to add this. It's the Alterna Caviar White Truffle Hair Elixir. I do not know. This is very old. And I think when I got it, I wasn't using it right. I was using it like as a after treatment, I think. And that's why I was like, what the heck is this? You're supposed to use it with your shampoo and with your conditioner. It's like an extra little shot of moisture. So anyways, occasionally I will use my Oribe Gold Lust Mask. This stuff was so expensive that I don't want to just blow through it. So I use it once a week, and I really like this. When I get out, whether I'm going to dry my hair or not, I use this, the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day 3-in-1. I also purchased this. It's the full thickening cream, and I thought maybe I can use that in place of this, and it'll be a little more thickening. But I just don't really like this. So I don't know. I'm gonna give that to somebody, but this is just the best. I feel like this is honestly better than that. For that just didn't do anything. And I feel like this does. I feel like this gives me a little bit of texture. And even like, I know sometimes like if you don't dry your hair with a hairdryer, like if you air dry your hair, sometimes you hate to put products in it because it'll make it look greasy unless if you blow dry. This is fine. This is always fine. But if I know I'm gonna blow dry, I'll use this. And it is the Southern Belle Volumizing Mousse by Dry Bar. And I really like it. I'm not into a lot of mousses usually, but I like this one because it doesn't make your hair feel gross. It just feels, it doesn't feel like dried out either, like really alcohol-y or anything weird. It just gives it some texture, but it feels nice too. Yeah, and then the second day, I'm gonna show you how I style it. I'm just kind of going through the things that I do. Then the second day, what I do, a lot of times I don't, like if I've slept on it the night before and it's a little flat, I'll put some dry shampoo in it. And this is, I've tried so many dry shampoos, but I really like this one. I'm a fan of Pantene, like you guys know that I love Pantene stuff. It's called the Blowout Extend Dry Shampoo, and it's so good because it's not powdery, it's not dirty feeling. It feels really clean and you think, wow, that's doing nothing, but it actually is. It gives your hair like, it takes away the oiliness. It takes away the, you know, if it looks a little dirty or weird or slept on. So I like that. And then if I wanted it to feel a little more textured or a little, I don't know, to have a little more oomph, then I'll use the Dry Texturizing Spray by Oribe, which is not a dry shampoo. It's not going to like clear up the oil or, you know, soak that up. I don't know, that makes like grosses me out to say that. But this works really well to give you texture. So I think it's two separate things that you have to use if you want to do that. I hate dry shampoos that just feel disgusting and just feel like it's just gross. And then it makes my scalp itch. That's the thing, like dry shampoos I have a hard time with because sometimes they really like, it's not good. So my hair right now is just very clean. I'm trying to think of anything else to, oh, and then also real quick, sometimes if I've curled my hair the day before and I want to kind of like refresh it just a little bit, or even if my hair is like this and I just want to kind of like the next day not curl it but just give it a little something, I use this. It's the Living Proof Instant Texture Mist and I love it. It's nice because it makes your hair look, I'll use it. I mean, I'm going to curl my hair, but so you just kind of spray it and then instantly, like, it's not like a hair, like, see? Okay, and that's big for me because my hair is like, has like nothing to it. It just, and it will stay, like it's crazy. So you can give yourself a ton of texture. So what I'm gonna do though is, I'm gonna curl it, which is fine. I mean, I can leave that in, it's not gonna matter, but I can just brush that out a little. I love this hairbrush. I've got it a long time, or not a long time ago, but I've had it for a little while. It's the Olivia Garden, got it at Ulta, I believe. So yeah, that, I just really like that. My haircut has a little bit of layers back here because my hair is so flat. And then in the front, it doesn't, it's just that typical. I think what I'm going to do is next time I go, I'm going to get it like, when it grows about another inch, I'm going to get it trimmed so that it's the same length because I never want it to be past, like, see, it's a little past my collarbone already. I never want it to be shorter than that because I don't, you know, I want it to look like this, but I don't want it to go like, you know. I think I want to keep this, you know, I like, but I don't want this to be, I want it to be like that. Does that make sense? So it's a little sleeker, I don't know. Yeah, but for me, it's fine. I mean, you don't really notice them. It just makes my hair look a little thicker. So, okay. No, I can't decide. I really like my haircut though. I think I've really been in love with it. And then my hairspray I've been using is either the Tresemme Tray 2 or this Volume by Pantene. Okay, so about like putting it up and stuff, I just use a scrunchie like to put it back like this when I wash my face or something. But I don't really do a lot of ponytails anymore. What I do is I use a little clip like this, and this one has the little rubber on the inside so that it doesn't like really tug your hair, and it just like keeps your hair in place. I don't know, my hair's so clean right now that this might be a little hard to do, but this is when I wear my hair up, like if I'm gonna go out or something, this is kind of how I like to do it. It's just easy, and then this will kind of come down, and it's just cute, you know, especially if I've curled it the day before and this has like a little bend to it, you know, it's kind of like, hey, you know, then you can just kind of put it behind your ear, and it's just super easy. So that's how I always really liked wearing my hair, but when your hair gets real long, you can't do that because it's just like, meh, you know. So this is the spray that I always use, I'm still using my dinky little travel one, which I hate to use this one because I like to save it for when I travel because I cannot be without it. And I never really check a bag. I always carry on, so this is good to have. But it's the Paul Mitchell Hot Off the Press. I've got to buy a big can of it. But the easy thing about this hairstyle is that when your hair is short, you do not have to be careful about getting every little piece. And it's going to be hard to get every little piece in a curling iron. Curling long hair or curling short hair can be a bitch. When your hair is short, people always say when your hair is short, use a smaller curling iron. Then the longer it gets, use a bigger curling iron. That is total opposite for me. I feel like over the years when I had like really blonde hair or even brown hair when it was really long and it was really pretty and curled, I was using a tiny, probably I would say it was like a 1 inch or smaller. It was probably a 1 inch for sure curling iron. Yeah. Perfect. But then if I would use a big one, the weight of my hair would make the larger curls kind of fall out. But with the weight of my hair with tiny curls, it would, you know what I mean? It would make the, so when I cut my hair, got my hair cut short, I used that same curling iron and it was like little curls and it looked like, and it didn't look good, and I would try to fluff it out and it would just look strange. So what I found, if you want kind of that good look, I guess, like typical, you know, when you see someone with shorter hair and it's a little curled a little, use a bigger curling iron. It gives you a little bit of a wavier look, but these larger curls that aren't so defined will not fall out because your hair is not weighted down. And what's so nice is you don't have to really grab every little section. You know, as you get toward the back and it's a little hard, you don't have to get everything, and that's good. So this is just my one that I've had for years. It's by Hot Tools, and I keep the little dial kind of right in the middle because I don't like to fry my hair off. But I would say this is a 1.5 inches. So what I do with this is I don't spray every little piece. I just kind of really lightly go as I do each little section. I'll go ahead and do this back too. Sometimes I don't even pin it up. Sometimes I will just go for it. Sometimes I will literally just do the front. So yeah, look, like there's pieces that are just hanging out in the back and pieces that are falling out, and it's not a big deal. Now I'll show you more toward the front. And see, I'm not even like, I'm literally doing like 2 pieces, and these are almost too big of a piece, or too big of pieces to be putting in here because they feel kind of thick. But that's the point. You don't want it, I just want a light little bend. I'm not being super careful to like I said, get every piece. There's probably straight pieces, but it doesn't matter because you're not curling it so tight. So you're not going to see the straight pieces. So I'm curling these kind of in the same direction. I mean, it's not a big deal. What I do is I actually leave the last little bit out, and that was a tip that one of you guys gave me. That's what I used to do when I used my curling wand, but I love the effect of a curling wand, but I cannot get down with it. It just is too much for me. You see how that didn't really, just kind of gave it a little bit of like, I just can't. The curling wands are just a little weird for me. So you can still pin this up. And I hate to be this fussy with it because I usually don't even, so then when I get to here, I'll just kind of spray each little thing. And yeah, so one of you guys gave me that tip to keep the ends sticking out, and it gives a better effect. So, so thank you. But yeah, so then when I get to, see, like it doesn't even matter. When I get to this, I am kind of spraying each one of these pieces because these do feel thicker. Some of them, like when I get to that piece, I'll curl it inward, and I usually don't do that, but I kind of like the way that looks with this. It gives it a little bit of a different look. And, but then the rest I will curl out. A lot of times when you see my hair curled too, like this is probably, I would say, the best way to do it, like you'll get the best result. But sometimes like if I'm just going out and I just want it to look just like whatever, I'll just curl the front sections and it'll be super easy. Got carried away, left that one in. And then this one's the one that, you know, I like to curl this one out, and it gives it kind of a flippy look. And then throughout the day you can kind of, I'll show you, I kind of just, to keep it touched up, or to keep it like fluffed up, I'll kind of keep twisting it. There's a little piece right there. It's just super easy. You see, nothing to it. But yeah, this is the look that I was trying to get, and you're just not gonna get that with a smaller curling iron. See, it's just easy and you don't have to worry about it. So I'm just gonna let this cool while I do this. Obviously, you don't want to be brushing it out. And this side is obviously smaller because of the way I've got my part. There's not as much hair over here, so I don't have to do as much. I know when I had longer hair, I would have to really like make sure, you know, you get every piece, and I just kind of like this. Like I said, like days if I just need to touch it up, or if I like really had to get out the door and I just wanted my hair to look a little something, I could literally just take this to, I should have sprayed this in the whole thing like I did the first section. I literally could just, like I said, take it and just run it through, like, I don't even have to section it off. I could just do this front section, do one here, one there, you know, maybe do it like 4 times around my head, and then you get a little bit of texture. That's fine. So I'm gonna let it cool a little bit. So after it cools a minute, actually, like, I usually wouldn't spray it. That is dry shampoo. Awesome. I was like, wow, this is really dry. After it cools, I would spray it. That can be a big mistake, is to spray it while it's still warm, because it kind of will have that, like, it will just make it go flat. So just really let it cool and then spray it. I kind of edited out some minutes there, so give it more time than what you saw there. So yeah, I just like it, and it's kind of like can make it look a little messy, and it's just whatever. So something else I want to share with you guys, a newbie product, is my Dry Bar Buttercup, which is like, when you have not had a new hair dryer and you've not had a nice hair dryer in literally like 5 years, like years and years. I got a Hot Tools one, and it was a little heavy, and I ended up just going back to my old one that was honestly kind of broken, and all, like, now that I use this, I realize how broken my old one that I was using was. It was like, it would hum, it would not heat up all the time. But see, I'm not the type that uses a hairdryer all the time, but now with my short hair, you know, if I am gonna wear it straight, like today, if I were to have worn it straight, I wanted to show you obviously I wanted to have my hair dry to be able to do the video. Then I'll use it, and oh my gosh, what a difference. Like, I don't know if you could tell, I should have talked about at the beginning of the video, but I don't know if you could tell at the beginning of the video, my hair, even though it was straight, it looked, it still had some volume to it. It looked nice enough to wear straight, I think. I just feel like it did a good job. This hair dryer is very light compared to similar, nicer hair dryers. I believe it only weighs like 1 pound. And I think I've been looking at the GHD, because I thought, okay, I never buy hair dryers. I think maybe I can justify that. I'd seen really, really good reviews on them. But the GHD, when I looked up the weight specs of these, the GHD, from what I read, was almost 3 times the weight of this. And I cannot imagine it being any heavier than this. Because this, to me, this weighs the same amount as the old one that I've been used to using. So I just don't think I could have gotten used to anything heavier than this. But it has all of the, it has 3 heats. And it has 2 speeds and a cool shot. So I guess it's got 4 heats. 4 heat settings, because it's got 3 heat settings and a cold, can't talk. And then it comes with 2 nozzles. This one's a larger concentrator, that's the word. It comes with a smaller one too. I had to totally look that up because the word was just not in my brain. And then the ions in it, kind of like, it breaks up the water molecules in your hair to make your hair more conditioned, because it will absorb those smaller water molecules rather than being like just dried out by just dry hot heat. But it then kind of breaks it up, so it makes it dry faster. I'm really impressed with it. It's plugged in over here. I actually dry my hair in here. I don't know what you could really tell by that. It's not obnoxiously loud. It's not like a piercing sound. It's like a just like that. Okay. So I would recommend that. I really do like that. It's a good hair dryer. Wow, a lot of Dry Bar products, kind of unintentional. I have been really liking them. And yeah, so that's just how I do my hair. It is very easy. It's very no fuss. It's very like it's the same as no fuss, but it's just like who cares? You know what I mean? Just like kind of messy, kind of not perfect, very not perfect. But, you know, throughout the day, you could, like I said, if you wanted, even after you dried it or after you curled it, you could spray some of this texturizer in it. You know, it just makes it a little bigger. Like, how fun is that? And this will actually last, like this volume that it puts in your hair. This is the best volume. I mean, it says texture, but honestly, this is the best volumizing product I have ever used. I think someone even told me that they used it on wet hair and then dried it. So if you're wanting like a tousled, like messy look, this is what you need. So good. So, and it doesn't look wet. One video where I'd used it, it looked wet, but that was because I'd used something else with it too. But it's really nice. So I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. I just wanted just to talk to you and tell you everything that I've been using and talk to you about like how I've really been styling my hair and stuff. And hopefully if you guys have cut your hair, which a lot of you said that you have, you know, from seeing mine or that you liked mine or whatever, we all get kind of influenced, or not influenced, but motivated, especially where hair is concerned, when you see somebody's that you like. So if you are having a hard time with it, or if you're just not used to it, it does take a while, I think, to grow into it, or to get used to it and to figure out what works best, like through trial and error. But hopefully you can try some of these and it'll help you out. So thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.